for joining me for this full-length Pilates Mat body burner class. I have some weights today. I'm using my ball weights. They are 2 pounds. When we do arm work, it is going to be for an extended series of reps. We're going to be using underneath our arms mostly, our backs, not our traps. So the lower weights will help you connect with those muscles more. So no higher than 5 pounds, please. Please consider 2 pounds. This is my favorite weight for arm work. No higher than 3. That's all the higher I go for my my arm work. Even when it's recommended to me that I go to 5 to 10 pound weights, I'm usually more comfortable keeping it out of my neck with the lower weights. When we hold our ball weights, we want to keep our hands nice and loose. It's easy to rest the ball weights in your hands so that you're not gripping on for dear life with your forearms. So I'm going to go ahead and begin. I am sitting back on my heels. If this is uncomfortable for you because of your knees, you can sit crisscross applesauce. If you can't achieve crisscross applesauce, you can get a chair for this and sit on the edge. Find a nice neutral spine sitting on the edge. Don't slouch back in your chair. We are working a nice neutral spine here, stacking our shoulders over our hips, wrapping our ribs together, drawing our abdominals up and in, and widening and flattening our shoulder blades down our back. A nice wide collarbone, nice long neck. I'm going to hold my balls. I have a nice little bend in my elbow, almost as if I was going to do hug a tree. I'm going to keep that bend. Draw my shoulder blades up, back, and down. Allow the weight of the balls to help drop my shoulder blades down my back. From there, I'm going to inhale, exhale. Really locate that neutral spine. I'm going to bend my elbows, point my elbows back, turn to the side so you can see me a little bit better, and bring my balls in towards my natural waist. From there, I'm going to press out, keeping a nice bend of my elbows still. I'm not going any higher than where my sternum and my 12th rib meet or my bra strap. I'm going to bring it back down to the original position and press it out and pull it back. Find a nice breath pattern here. Whichever one you prefer is great. Make sure that you're inhaling or exhaling as you press away and inhaling or exhaling as you press back. My arms are not straightening all the way as I press away because I don't want to round my shoulders forward as I'm doing this move. I want to make sure that I'm challenging the backs of my body by bringing load away from it and pulling it back. Okay, let's do 2 more after this one. When I bring it forward also, I'm out to the side just a little bit. I don't want to come in, again, squeezing my pecs. I want to nice wide collarbone, nice wide shoulder blades. I'm going to come back down. I'm going to rest my hands down by my side, keeping that nice bend in my elbow though. And now with a long lever arm, I'm going to bring my arms back up in front of me and lower them down. Again, I'm not reaching them up higher than my sternum and 12th rib. Don't forget to hold your abdominals up and in and wrap your ribs. I'm an itch, sorry. Good. Let's keep it going. Make sure that you're stacking your shoulders over your hips so you're not leaning forward or slouching while you do this. It's straight up, nice and tall, as if you were a rod all the way from the tip top of your head out through your tailbone. Here's 8. We have more reps after this, guys. So I'm already feeling it in my arms. I don't know about anybody else. I'm feeling it underneath my arms as well because I'm squeezing underneath my arms all the way down the sides of my ribs as I extend and pull back. From there, I'm going to bend my arms in again, but I'm going to slide my biceps forward so they're lined up with my ribs. From there, I'm going to extend out to a V position. It's going to be further than the V position when we're going forward. We're actually rotating the arms out wide, dropping the shoulders down the back. Wrap your ribs in case you're flaring them when you're doing this, and then we're going to extend again to the sternum and 12th rib and pull it back. Really squeezing under the arm here, right? Find that nice breath pattern, whichever one you prefer. As you press it out, drop those shoulder blades down and then pull as you pull your collarbones apart without flaring your ribs. Good. Keep breathing. Here's 8. Here's 9. here's 10. Good. Now we're gonna drop our arms down, but our palms are gonna be away from us still. So I still have that nice bend, right? Just like hug a tree, but now it's more of a hug a moon position. Now with a long lever, I'm going to lift my arms up and lower them down. I'm keeping that bend in my elbows the whole time. So I'm keeping the weight of the work in my lats and in my abs actually too, right? I feel it as I lift and I lower to stabilize my body. But at any time you need to change your body position to crisscross applesauce or to a chair, please feel free to. We have a couple more arm series that I sprinkled in throughout class. So you can always use that chair again, right? Excellent. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and find a seated position. I have my legs squeezed together. They're turned out into a Pilates feet. I'm going to take one ball and place it above my ankle, underneath my calf muscle. And then I'm going to take my other ball and place it underneath my knee or patella and my shin. So I have my balls separated. The load of the balls will help me nicely on my roll-ups, my partial roll-ups. We're going to lift our arms up tall first and fold over our legs. Find a couple nice breaths here. Try to straighten your legs all the way. Don't allow them to bend. Go ahead and find your fingertips on the mat and pull up into a flat back hinge. Try to squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. This is still just a nice stretch. Sit up tall. Reach your arms forward. Coming over your sternum and 12th rib meet so you're not crunching up into your shoulders. Tuck your tail. Articulate down to the mat. Fingertips up towards the ceiling, palms facing each other. Inhale, crease at the sternum. Then exhale to come up to sitting up tall. Think of it as a half a roll up. Inhale, tuck your tail. As soon as your sacrum hits the mat, exhale the rest of the way down. And inhale, crease at the sternum, beginning to articulate up, and exhale up to tall. And inhale, up, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. We're going to do just a few more. Try to really control it. Don't allow gravity to control you. You are the master of your body in this, right? From here, we're going to go ahead and add on. I'm going to tuck my tail and roll back. I'm going to inhale, exhale, sit up tall, lift my biceps up at my ears without flaring my ribs. From there, I'm going to do just a tiny little chest lift and lower. Bring my arms back in front, tuck my tail, and roll back. It's a tiny chest lift, guys. It's not a full back bend here. Inhale, exhale. Arms up, chest lift. Look at where the wall and the ceiling meet. Come back to neutral, arms down, and roll down. We have two more. Arms up, chest lift, and down. Just a good morning chest lift, guys. This is not an exercise to see who can win. We're all on camera anyways, right? And articulate down. We're going to add on from there into a side bend. Arms up by your ears, just like you would for classical short box on the reformer. Arms up by your ears. Reach to the left and up. Arms reach forward, tuck your tail and roll back. My right hip should not have rocked off the mat when I reach my weight to the left. I need to maintain equal weight on the back of both sits bones. Reach your arms up. Anchor that left hip. Reach to the right. Back up. Arms forward, tuck your tail, roll back. Now on this one, imagine that as you're bending to the left, your body's reaching over a barrel. You're not crunching down on the left side. You're reaching up, 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 and over something. Back up, arms forward, tuck your tail, roll back. Arms up, reach up and over that barrel to the right, and back through center. Arms forward, squeeze underneath the arms, tuck your tail, roll back. On this next one, we're adding a rotation. Inhale, exhale, articulate up. Open your left arm, reach it back, 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 and forward. Tuck your tail, roll back. Move the arm very slowly as you rotate. You shouldn't be jerking yourself with force. Sit up tall, 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 and back to center. One more time to each side. Inhale, and exhale up, and open, 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 and forward, and articulate down. After this next one, we're going to prepare for some forward flexion, curl up, hundreds, coordination work. And open to the other side. And bring your arms front. Find your balls, place them down by your sides. And now roll back. I'm going to scooch my booty, find my balls. I'm going to place them under my palms. Just like we were talking about keeping nice wide collarbones. We're going to do this on the mat too, but during curl up, it's going to help us. So we're going to put our hands flat on the mat. We're going to bring our hands to an angle, so our thumb's going to come up towards our legs. It's not going to be a straight blade. It's going to be a little lift. And we're going to press down on that pinky blade edge. Don't flare your ribs to do this. Find that neutral spine. Ooh, I lost my ball. Find that nice neutral spine. Press down. Widen your shoulder blades. Widen your collarbone. Inhale. Exhale, float your left leg up to tabletop and lower. I have my legs squeezed together here. Inhale, exhale, right leg. And lower. Left leg. I'm not allowing any shifting to occur, or I'm trying not to allow any shifting to occur in my body while I'm doing this marching work. I'm squeezing my glutes strongly. Wrapping my ribs tightly. Finding a nice flat sacrum. One more on the right. Good. Now, lift your left leg to tabletop, bring your right leg to meet it. Press down into those balls. We're going to toe dip. Reach your left leg away. Don't change the angle of the bend behind your knee like this to get your toe dip. We're reaching that leg long and back. Still pressing into the balls at the pinky blade edge. If you lose your ball, just press it into the mat. If you find that your sacrum's rocking up, only go down as far as you can without lifting your sacrum. Let's do one more on each side. Good. Good job, guys. Final one, and then we're going to do double. So lower both feet half as far as you would for the single and exhale the lift. And reach both feet an inch lower than you did last time. And lift. If you feel the shaking in your abs, you are not alone. Continue with this exercise, lowering down an extra inch every time until you feel your sacrum start to lift. You don't want your toes to touch necessarily on this one this time, because what we're doing is we're maintaining that connection in our abs. Great. Keep pressed down there. Now, flex your feet, turn out into a frog. It's time for footwork. We're going to press our frog away, squeezing it through the midline, and pull it back. And press and squeeze, pressing energy through our heels, maintaining that nice neutral spine, nice wide collarbone, nice flat shoulder blades. The hardest thing about Pilates, or the hardest part of your body that's working during an exercise, is usually the stabilizing part of your body. So if you're feeling this strongly in the box of your body, or your neutral spine area, front and back, you are correct. Let's do two more. One more. Now, close the book, squeeze everything together into a tabletop, flex your feet, press your heels away, and pull them back. And press. And and pull. We're breathing again, guys. Well, and not again. We're still breathing, right? Good. Here's 4. Press down into those balls to the pinky blade edge. Don't flare your ribs. Here's 6. 7. I'm sorry, this is not the part with coordination. We're going to do roll-up steps. Oh, sorry, guys. We have hundreds of coordination to look forward to. Here's 9. And here is 10. Stay there and note, point your feet and flex. Articulate through your feet. So your toes are the last thing to point. 6. Maintain that neutral spine. Lift your feet up a little higher if you feel your sacrum start to rock. Good. Point your feet. Now pull them back to tabletop. 10 more pointed feet, and then we're going to be done with footwork. 1, 2, 3. Here's 4. 5. Halfway there. Good job, guys. Just 5 more. Here's 5. 4. 3. Here's 2. Here's 1. Place your feet on the mat. Extend them long. Woo. Leave your balls where they are. Reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Roll up time. Inhale, crease at the sternum. Exhale to fold over your legs as if you're going over a barrel, right? Don't collapse over your legs. Reach up, up, up. Biceps by your ears. Inhale to pull back. Exhale. Articulate down. Fingertips up to the ceiling. Inhale. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale over your legs. Inhale to pull back. Exhale down. It'll feel different without the balls in your legs, right? Squeeze your legs together the whole time. Still find that weight through your legs by pressing the backs of your legs into the mat like you had with the ball. Final one. Over your legs. Inhale back. And exhale down. Now one more. Inhale, exhale, roll to sitting up tall. Good job, guys. We're going to come back to our arm work position. So again, I'm sitting on my shins. My booty's on my heels. You can sit crisscross applesauce. You can sit in a chair on the edge of the chair, right? Finding that nice neutral spine. Let's go ahead and begin. We're going to begin with hug and moon. So the first thing I'm going to do is locate my arm position. If I place my balls in my lap and I have them in the palm of my hand, my arms are in a nice hug a tree position already. All I need to do is float that up to where my sternum and 12th rib are. I don't want to drop my elbows down. I want a nice lift in my elbows. Now open your arms to the side. Inhale, tap, and exhale to open. Inhale, tap, exhale, open. Again, I don't have to hold on for dear life. As long as I have a nice loose grip on my balls, they should stay fairly well placed. Now stop, inhale here, and exhale your balls together. Wrap your ribs tightly and inhale to separate, and exhale, tap, inhale, separate. Here's 3. Here's 4. And here's 5. From there, I'm just going to flip my palms up. So it's here, and now I'm here. Whoop. Rotated my elbows down. Arms into the ceiling. We're going to do hug a moon. Lift our arms up. My balls are slightly in front of my forehead and down. You can bring them up a little higher. Don't bring them past your ears. If you feel like it's too much on your shoulder, drop the weight. Continue with the arm work. Good. If you would like, after this 5th one, go ahead and change your breath work just like we did on the hug a tree. So I was excellent, top, so good. Exhale. I'm going to inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up. Good. Here's 3. And 4. Don't release your arms, but float them down to the side. Serve, serve, serve up through the center, just like we did in the beginning. Arms up to hug a tree and open to the side. And serve it all the way up for arm circles. Don't let your ribs flare at the top. Keep it all together. So only go as far as you can, flare in your ribs and then open. You want to challenge that edge, but don't make it so you're hurting your back. We're still going, guys. Don't collapse your arms, but when they get to the bottom, we're going to reverse and hug a moon and serve it down. Hug a moon and down. Here's inhale and exhale. And wrap the ribs and exhale. Let's do one more and exhale. Good job, guys. We're going to go ahead and here's where we're going to do our curl up and hundreds coordination. We're going to do some reverse ab curls. We're going to put the balls just where they were for the last series, right by our sides for some of the exercises there. So we're going to inhale, exhale, roll back. I'm going to inhale, exhale, one leg up to tabletop, inhale, exhale, the other leg up to tabletop. The balls can stay down by your side if your shoulders aren't too tired. Bring the balls up. If they are not, balls face each other. When they come down, we'll flip the palms up in the nice bended arm position so that we don't ground in on our shoulders. We're going to do curls. We're going to inhale. Exhale, reach our arms long. My balls are up towards the ceiling, right? And exhale down. I have a nice weighted sacrum. I'm not tucking my tail to the left. Here's 4. We're going to 6. Squeeze your legs together. One more. From there, we're going to bring our arms out to the V position. Not a wide V. It's no wider than your mat. But we're going to exhale, lift, and my palms are going to come down. My pinky blade edge is going to squeeze my hips. And then we separate back to the V when I articulate down. So inhale, exhale, and now we're going to inhale, I'm sorry. And exhale to lift. And lower. I'm wrapping my ribs even tighter, so lift. And lift. One more. Now, hug your arms in ever so gently to the hug a tree position. Now open them wide to wide hug a tree. We're going to stay right here. This is where we're going to work for our T so we're not straining our arms to we have a nice bend to protect our bodies. Make sure you're not flaring your ribs. Inhale, exhale. Reach the pinky blade edge in towards your hips and curl up and open. And curl up. Open. 3. And 4. And here is 5. Good job, guys. From there, we're going to place our balls down by our side. Place your pinky blade edge in, spiral out slightly. Inhale, exhale. Crease at the sternum, lift up into cone, extend your legs to a working level. Now pull them in, rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Curl up, extend your legs, pull your legs into tabletop, rest your head, neck, and shoulders. On this next one, we're going to be doing hundreds. We're going to slap the balls with our hands. Inhale, exhale, curl up, extend your legs. Now begin pumping. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press your balls wherever you need to. I like to actually slap my balls. Go ahead and squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your inner thighs. Make sure that you have enough room between your chin and your chest for an egg, an apple, an orange. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Final set. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drag your knees into tabletop. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Now for coordination, we're not going to be doing anything other than pressing our hands into the balls. We're not going to be doing the tricep press here. So we're going to inhale, exhale, crease at the sternum, lift up, press our legs out to a working level, open our legs the width of our mat. Squeeze them back together for one heel beat. Draw our knees back into tabletop. Rest our head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, exhale, extend. Turn it out and beat 1 and a 2. Turn it back to parallel. Draw your feet into tabletop. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, exhale to curl up and extend. Turn it out and beat a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Parallel, tabletop, rest. We have 3 more. We're going to 4 beats, 5 beats, 6 beats. Inhale, exhale to curl up and extend. Turn it out, and here's a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Parallel, tabletop, rest. Inhale, exhale, extend. Turn it out. And here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Parallel, tabletop, lower. Final one. Extend, turn it out. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Parallel, tabletop. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Draw your feet into a tight ball without tucking your tail up. You might want to draw your balls in just a little bit. Adjust them as you need to. Press in through your pinky blade edge. I don't want your shoulders popping off during this. The more you press into the balls, the more you'll be able to tell if they're going to do this. We're going to do a reverse ab curl. We're going to inhale, exhale, in front of our spine, and then pull our pelvis toward our nose, and release to neutral spine. Inhale, exhale, imprint, and peel. It's not a big movement. Inhale, exhale, imprint, and peel. It's very tiny. You don't want your shoulder blades to pop off. My right shoulder, you can't see it, it really wants to pop. It's really making me mad. I'm not swinging my legs up over my head to get this guy. So if you're going like this, that's what we like to call cheating. Inhale, exhale, imprint, and pull. Inhale, exhale, imprint, and pull. One more. Inhale, exhale, imprint, and pull. Good. From there, we're going to rest our legs down, extend them long. Give them a nice shake. I'm going to place my balls off to the side right now. We're going to come onto our sides. You can extend your arm long. You can make it into a pillow if you'd like. Make sure you have a nice lift between your obliques or between your hip and your ribs and the mat. We're going to flex our feet. The more that you can line your feet up with your heels up with your glutes, the more functional this will be for day-to-day life. We're going to gently rest our fingertips in front of our body, float our foot up to hip height. Go ahead and take a look. If your foot's up here, that's not your hip height. Hip height's down here. We're going to point it front, maintain a neutral spine, and flex and pull it back by squeezing your glutes. And point it front, and flex and pull. Here's 3. Here's 4. 5. Make sure you're stacked hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder. Try not to go like this, because that'll hurt your back. And here's 9. And here is 10. Now bring it back so foot's over foot. You're still hip distance apart. Now squeeze your top foot to your bottom and pull it apart, shooting energy out of your top leg. Squeeze and pull with energy. 3, 4. Try to see if you can locate the work through the side of the glute. Good. Stop right there at hip height. Now squeeze your bottom leg, your top leg. Don't allow your body to banana. Just squeeze it and lower it. You want to keep your neutral spine exactly where it is. You shouldn't feel your obliques in front. Pull your shoulder away from your ear. Good. Point both feet to Pilates V. Rest them on the mat. Rotate the femur in the hip socket. Make sure that you're not rocking back onto that back glute. It'll hurt your sciatica. Float your leg up and flex it to lower. This is another place where if you're crunching down to do it, you got to maintain that neutral spine and that lift, right? Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and here's 10. And now we're going to point our foot, drag our toe along the inside of our left calf to our knee, extend it, flex it, and squeeze it together. And point and pull. Extend, flex, and squeeze. Point and pull. My bottom leg is getting even more work than my top leg because I'm squeezing my glutes so tight. Now, keep your foot flexed and float it up and point and pull it away. Flex and lift and point and pull. 3, 4. One more. Good. From there, I'm going to flip that foot up to hip height. 10 small circles in each direction, coming from the glutes, guys. So where the thigh and the glute meet, that's where you're working from. And go ahead and reverse. Good. Now, go ahead and bring your feet into the clam position. There's a 90-degree angle from your body to your thigh, 90 degrees from your thigh to your calf or shin, 90 degrees from your shin to your flexed foot. Float your feet up about an inch or two. If this is not an inch or two, guys, this is an inch or two. Maintain that neutral spine and open and squeeze shut. Again, I feel it strongly on my bottom leg, not the leg that's actually moving. So the stabilizing body part is getting even more work. Good. I'm opening the book and I'm closing it. Knees apart, knees together. The inside of my feet stay together the whole time. Excellent. Roll onto your back. Shake your legs out. Let's go ahead, float our right foot up. Make our left foot light. Inhale, exhale to curl up. We're going to do scissors. We're going to pull, pull, and switch. Guys, do not hike your hip to pull, pull. Wherever you have to pull, pull from is still beneficial. So wherever you're pulling, but don't pull behind your knee, please, because that can make people do funny things with bending their knees and scissors. Pull, pull. Now, rest your head and shoulders. Right leg floats down. Left leg stays up. Platform your arms by your side. We're going to do leg circles. So we're going to inhale our leg across and exhale it back up. Our left hip stays grounded the whole time. We're really reaching out long with our right leg. So we shouldn't feel it rocking, right? Because that means that we're tucking. No tucking. Nice neutral spine. Inhale and exhale left. Here's 3 and 4 and 5. Float your right leg up to match your left leg. Platform your arms down by your side. Try to let your pinky blade edge even though you don't have any balls. Nice. Open your collarbones, nice flat shoulder blades. We're going to do corkscrew 1. So without lifting your hips, you're going to bring your legs to the left and down and to the right and up. Now this would be, now if you're looking up and you see a clock in front of you, this is 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Now we're going to go 12 o'clock, 9, 6, 3, 12, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12, 12, 9, 6. Like, is that right? One more in the opposite direction. Good. And now we're going to float our left leg down, right leg up. Really squeeze that glute to stretch out the front of that hip, right? Right in your psoas area. Now, single leg circles, nice straight leg. Inhale and exhale. Here's 3 and 4. No tucking. If you feel this, you're tucking that leg, right? Tucking that hip to get it up there. No momentum. And 6. Now, after this, we're going to reverse, and after this, we're going to do scissors with flexed feet. 5 on each side, and then we're going to do our other sideline legs. So, flex your right foot, flex your left foot, float your left foot off, curl it up, and pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull. It should feel different. Please don't hold on behind your knee, but hold on wherever you need to. My scissors are wider. Your scissors might not be if you're swinging your legs up. Nothing wrong with it.
you want to stay in the range where you can get a really nice workout. So rest your neck and shoulders, float your feet down to the mat or bend them into tabletop and slide them on the mat. And then just roll over to your other side. I'm going to flip around and face you, but you can just stay on your other side. So your arm can be extended. You can make your arm into a pillow. Make sure that you are stacking your shoulders over your hips. You have that lift in your obliques. So you're not just sagging your obliques into the mat. You want to keep a nice neutral spine here. Nice lift from your hip to your ribs. Flex your feet. Nice light fingers in front of you. Float your foot up to hip height. Again, make sure that your foot is actually hip height and not way up here. Point your foot forward, swing it forward, and flex it, and pull it back. Really open it up, and point, and flex. Here's 3. Warning, this second side is always harder. You already worked it so strongly on the first side. Like I said, most of my work I felt by the end of the legs in my bottom stabilizing leg. Let's do 2 more. Draw your abs up and in. Stack everything. Now, bring your feet stacked on top of each other. Shoot energy out of that top foot at hip height. Now squeeze it down and stretch it apart. Even more energy coming out of your heel. And squeeze and separate. 3, 4. Here's 5, 6, and 7. Wrap your ribs. Abs up and in. Ooh, I'm feeling it now. And now leave it at hip height. And now inner thigh from the bottom leg up and down. Again, don't crunch. Leave it where it is and just see if you can squeeze that inner thigh. Good. Point both feet and turn them out. Don't lean back on that sacrum again. Really stack your hips, float your foot up, and flex. Just squeeze it together. And lift and squeeze. Now when you come up, don't go like this. Stay stacked. Really stabilize, right? Really rotate the femur in the hip socket. Oh no, that's right. We're gonna flex it up and point it down. Here's 3 and 2. Sorry, I got a little distracted. And 1. And now we're gonna drag that toe into our knee and bring it up and flex it, just squeeze it together. And point and drag and extend and flex, just squeeze. 3 and 4 and 5. And now we're gonna reverse, so keep your foot flexed and float it up and point and drag and flex to lift and point. Here's 3, 4, and 5. Woo! Float that foot up to hip height. Rotate the femur in the hip socket. Stack your hips, stack your shoulders. 10 small circles coming from the glutes in each direction. And reverse. Now, stack your legs. Bring it to that clam 90 degree position. Bring your feet up an inch or 2, no higher, because then you're really getting out of the area that we're trying to work here. Now open it and squeeze it together. And open and squeeze. 3. Keep a nice lift underneath your obliques. Here's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go ahead and extend your legs long. Roll over onto your stomach. We're going to do some back extension. Swan, modified swan, swimming work. So, I'm lying down. My forehead's in the mat. I'm squeezing my legs together. Squeezing my glutes to open up the front of my hip flexors. Drawing my belly up and in. Wrapping my ribs. Drawing my shoulders wide down my back. I still have a wide collarbone here. From there, I'm going to inhale. Like a turtle, I'm going to extend my head up, 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 up. Dropping my shoulder blades down my back in the work we've been doing this whole time. And exhale to lower. And inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. One more. And exhale to lower. Staying here. From there, we're going to raise my left leg by squeezing my glutes. I'm not rocking on my hips and right leg. And left leg. I'm still drawing my abs up and in and wrapping my ribs. Here's 3. One more on the right, and then we're going to do both legs together. So squeeze your legs together and lift and lower. You shouldn't be crunching in your low back for this. It should just be a little lift. Little lift, stay there. Now lift up into a swan on the inhale, and exhale to lower, and squeeze your legs up. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. Lift your legs as your body lowers. Lift your body, lower your legs. Lower your body, lift your legs. Lower your legs down. From here, we're going to extend our arms in front of us long. Still squeezing our legs. We're going to keep our biceps by our ears. We're not going to raise them above or lift our ears above our biceps. We're going to inhale, exhale, lift our arms and our body. We're going to do swimming from here. So wrap your ribs, draw your belly up and in. If you feel it in your low back, squeeze your legs tighter, drop your body, whatever you need to do to find a good position. And now we're going to slow swim. And now we're going to exhale. Squeeze those inner thighs even more. Squeeze those glutes. Draw that belly button up and in. We're going to inhale. We're going to exhale. Extend those legs long. You shouldn't have bent knees here. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop and hold it. And lower down. Now from here, press back into a child's pose. Give yourself a nice counter stretch. Wiggle your hips a little bit if you need to. Take your right arm, thread it underneath your left. Look underneath your left arm. We have some arm work after this. Our final set of arm work. Go back to neutral child's pose. Now reach the left arm underneath your right, look underneath your right arm. Come back to center. Now using your fingertips, begin to articulate up by walking your fingers back, 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 back. That is the last thing to come up. We're gonna find our hand weights. So guys, we're coming back to the seated position for your arm work. Again, I'm sitting on my shins. You can sit crisscross applesauce. You can sit with your legs extended in front of you. You could even diamond your legs. I'm sorry I didn't mention that until now. You can sit on a chair. We're gonna put our balls in our hands. We're gonna drop our shoulder blades wide. Now we're gonna reach our hands to the back. I know it makes your shoulders want to do this, but really fight it. We've done enough arm work up till now to really open it up. We're gonna do a modified chest expansion work. So we're gonna reach our fingers down and back, tweezing the bottom tips of our shoulder blades. Look to the right, center, left, center, and release. And reach it back. And then look left, center, right, center, release, and reach back. Right, center, left, center, release, and reach back. Left, center, right, center, release. From here, double check you have your shoulders stacked over your hips. You're not going to hinge for this, but you are going to squeeze your glutes and sit up tall. Now when I do this, I'm trying to hinge forward as little as possible. So then I sit back, and I sit down, and I squeeze it up. Really squeeze the glutes. I'm trying to stack my shoulders over my hips over my knees, and sit back. We're gonna keep going, but here's the deal. If you have knee problems, please feel free to roll up a mat and place it underneath your knees. If this does not work for you, please go ahead and find the edge of a chair and try to sit up and lower and lift from there. It won't be the same, but it will be more of a glute exercise for you, right? Think of this as bridging. Good. Now sit back. I'm gonna face you for a minute. We're gonna do chest expansion, again, from here kneeling. So I'm going to press it back. I'm going to look to the right, center, left, center, release, and press it back. Don't lose your neutral spine. Your hips over your shoulders over your hips over your knees. Look left, center, right, center, release, and press it back. Look right, center, left, center. We're going to go to the left first. Abs up and in, wrap your ribs. We have 2 more, 1 to each side. Right, left, and press it back, left, release. Now separate your knees slightly. We're going to press our glutes back and hinge forward, drawing our abs up and in. I have a straight line from the tip top of my head out through my tail. I'm allowing my weights to, I'm letting them drop out of my shoulders, but I want to pull my shoulders up, back, and down, so I have a nice wide collarbone, nice wide shoulder blades up, and I'm going to reach back for a tricep press, and release it forward. Squeeze under the arms. Do not release the underarm squeeze at any time. Press your shins into the mat if you're using the mat. If you're sitting in the chair, hinge forward slightly, and if you're sitting crisscross applesauce or diamond, just hinge forward slightly from there. Squeeze your glutes. Abs up and in. Here's 9. And on 10, we're going to stay back, and we're going to go short lever. So we're just going to bend at the elbows and press it back. And bend and press. Really tweezing the triceps as we press back. 8, 9, and here is 10. Good job. We're going to release our balls down. Come to sitting. We're going to extend our feet. We're going to extend the width of the mat today. Normally I say no wider than, just a little bit wider than your hips, no wider than the mat. But I want to place both balls in between our knees. We're going to roll our shoulders up, back, and down. Place our hands on them. Roll out slightly to the pinky blade edge. Squeeze under the arms. We're not going to extend our arm strings. We're going to leave them in this nice bent position. We're going to inhale, crease at the sternum. So if we're rounding over the barrel again, right? And exhale, lift it up. Now, we did the same move in roll up. It seemed like we were moving more because we were reaching our arms out in front of us. See if you can deepen the connection, the rib to hip connection and your abdominal connection here. And lift. Let's do 2 more. One more. Now, we're going to take our arms and bring them out to the T. We're going to bring them into our peripheral vision slightly, and then we're going to spiral out to our pinky blade edge again. So we're really finding that firm grip underneath the arms, really widening the shoulder blades of the collarbones. We're going to rotate to the left, dive down over the barrel. Lift it back up and come through center. Go to the right. You might find that your rotation is limited on saw when you're rounding over the barrel. That's correct. We're really working the rotation and the hip connection. Now rotate, 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 and dive. So just like the rotation from the beginning of the class, we're just adding on, right? And dive. Good. We're going to come back up. From here, we're going to go ahead, place the balls between above our ankles, right? They're just next to each other. We're not squeezing them for dear life. We're not really using them for anything other than a slight inner thigh connection. We're really extending underneath our knees. We're going to bring our arms back out to the T in our peripheral vision, spiraling out slightly to our pinky blade edge, slight bend in our elbows. We're going to spine twist. Don't swing your arms. We're going to rotate, rotate, rotate slowly and back through center and to the right slowly, 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 slowly. Don't allow your sits bones to shift as you rotate. If you have any neck, back, osteoporosis, osteopenia problems, please do not do this exercise. One more, and back to center. I'm sitting too far back on my raised mat to do this next exercise, which is going to be neck pull. So adjust yourself as you need to, given your surroundings. I am keeping the ball sort of between my ankles. They're giving me a little bit of an inner thigh, back chain of the leg connection that's going to help me on leg pull. I'm going to place my fingers together with my middle fingers touching in the middle of my forehead, or I can place my hands at the base of my skull, my fingers threaded together, my thumbs long down my neck. If I feel myself going like this, to roll up, and my hands are back here, I'm going to place them right here. If my hands are right here, I'm going to press my knuckles together right here. For example, I will show you on the first one. My hands are right here at the front of my forehead. I'm going to flat back, hinge back. When I feel my legs begin to come light, I'm going to tuck my tail and roll back. As I articulate up, I'm going to press my knuckles together. I'm going to stand in round position, bring my hands back in front of my forehead, hinge up to where the wall and the ceiling meet in a flat back hinge, and sit up tall. One more time in that position. Hinge back, fingertips in front of your forehead, tuck your tail, roll back. Inhale, roll forward. Bring my hands together. Close the circuit, so to speak. That's what a teacher used to call it. Of mine, lift up, lifting to where the wall is ceiling, and sit up tall. If I'm going from the back of my head, I'm going to hinge back, tuck my tail, roll back. I'm going to articulate up and bring my fingers to the front. Oh, the slower you go, the harder it is, right? And sit up tall, hands to the back of the neck, hinge back, tuck the tail, roll back, articulate forward. I'm going to round into my shoulders. I bring my fingertips to the front, run over my legs, hinge up, and sit up tall. Either way is great. We have two more. Choice is yours. Hinge back, tuck your tail, articulate down. Inhale, round forward. Exhale over your legs. Inhale, hinge forward, and sit all the way up. Final one, hinge back, and exhale to lower. Inhale, round forward. Exhale over the legs. Flat back hinge, reaching your head for the wall, where the wall is ceiling meet, and sit up tall. Release it, guys. Shake it out. This is our final leg series. And then we have a challenge exercise and a nice little stretch, reaching over a barrel again, of course, right? And then we're going to be done. I'm going to place the balls on either side of my knees. This is going to be a kneeling exercise. Please place a ball or wedge underneath your knees as needed. Otherwise, you could do this standing, modify. Please feel free to reach out to me for modifications if you need them. We're going to hinge up. Our knees are going to be underneath our sits bones, right? We're doing side kneeling legs. So, I'm going to reach my arms out to a T, spiral down my pinky blade edge. I'm going to put my weight in my right leg, and I'm going to reach down with my right arm. I'm going to find my ball here, because it's going to make sure I'm not putting too much weight on my wrist. The eye of my arm is facing forward, my fingertips are facing the end. I'm going to place my hand behind my head. I like it on my hip. Extend your leg out. Squeeze your glutes in your right leg to bring your hip forward and lower and lift. Tiny. 2, 3, 4. Abs up and in. Your shoulder should be right over your wrist. Now, bring it forward and back just an inch. No swinging of the hips. Stable, stable, stable. That's the name of this game. Control, control, control. 9 and 10. Come back to center. 10 small circles in each direction. Coming from the glutes again. And reverse. Woo! My whole body's shaking. I'm going to begin to release the ball. Begin to bend my knee. Float it down. Hopefully with control. Otherwise, we're going to do the best we can, right? Shake it out. Fix your AirPods. Arms to a T. Pinky blade edge. Begin to reach, reach, reach to the left side. Float your right leg up. Adjust your ball as needed. Fingertips to the end. eye of your arm to the other side. Squeeze your glutes. And lower and lift. And 9. And 8. Wrap your ribs. Press your shin into the mat. Stop at the top and forward an inch and back an inch. And 2. Squeeze under the arm. Woo. Now 10 small circles in each direction. Now begin to bend the knee. Begin to make that arm light. Float it up. Come down to sitting. We're going to take our balls. We're going to take them in our hands. We're doing another wrist exercise. So if you're having problems with this, please feel free to not do this exercise, right? It's going to be a reverse tabletop bridge exercise. It's like a bridge. We're going to have our arms behind us. We're not going to bring the balls together. We want them right a little wider than our shoulders, right? Maybe right behind our shoulders. Our heels are lined up with our sits bones. Our knees are tracking directly between our heels and our sits bones. We're going to inhale, exhale, lift up, squeezing our glutes, drawing our belly to our spine, wrapping our ribs. Think of this as the chair reverse frog exercise. Lower our glutes down, tap and squeeze up. Our heels, our knees should be directly over our heels. Our shoulders should be directly over our wrists. And tap and squeeze. Now, extend your right leg up and flex to lower and point to lift. Don't drop that hip. We're only doing 3 in each direction. And across the body and away. Don't shift your hips. Now 3 circles in each direction. Woo! 1 more. Now, place your foot down. Tap your glutes and lift. Extend your left leg. Flex and point to lift. Flex and point to lift. 1 more. I'm sweating, guys. Across and away. 2, 3. 3 circles in each direction. Squeeze the glutes on the standing leg. Place a foot down with control. Lower your glutes. Find a seated position. Take your left hand or your right hand. Palm up. Pull your fingers down. Fingers up, palm away. Pull your fingers back. Now bring those fingers down, same position. Pull them towards your belly button. Left hand, palm up, pull the fingers down, drop that shoulder. The hand, palm up, pull the fingers. Now just bring the fingers down, pull them towards your belly button. Good. Get rid of the balls. Let's do teaser. Okay. Whew. So, we're going to come down to the mat, reach our arms out to a T, wrap our ribs, squeeze our pinky blade edge towards our hips, articulate up, 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 up. Make your legs light. Nice flat back. Tuck your tail. Articulate back. Fingertips up to the ceiling. Head and toes should hit at the same time. Mine do not. I won't lie. We're going to open to the T again. If you're having trouble extending your legs fully, please feel free to tabletop or diamond your legs. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Arm circles 3 away from your legs. Arm circles 3 towards your legs. Tuck your tail. Eyes line up with your toes. Down, down, down. Touch at the same time. Open to the T. Now lower your feet an inch and lift an inch. Your upper body should not move. Tuck your tail. Toes and head touch at the same time. Now we're going to add on hip circles. Like corkscrew, but harder. Inhale, reach in towards your hips. Exhale, lift. Reach your arms out. Bring them back behind you like you just did for tabletop. Small circles in one direction, small circle in the other direction. Leave your hips stable. Nice wide shoulder blades. Tweeze the bottom tips to your blades. Nice wide collarbones. Reach it forward. Tuck your tail. Roll back. Arms out to a T. Feel free to collapse for a moment. It's not one of the Pilates principles, but it's nice, right? Arms up to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale. Take it up to sitting up tall. I'm going to bring my legs to the left, stacked on top of each other for mermaid. You can sit Z-sit for mermaid. You can sit crisscross applesauce. You can sit diamond. You can sit on a chair. Whichever way you prefer. Whatever you do, we're reaching up and over the barrel. We're not crunching into our side. Arm out to a T in the periphery. Spiral out. Reach your hand down. Reach up, 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 up and over. Drop that shoulder. Reach up and across to the other side. And out to a T. And reach up, 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 up. And over. And reach across. And one more. And up, 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 up. And up. And reach. Now we're going to switch leg positions. If you're crisscross applesauce, please switch which legs in front. Arms to a T. Spiral out. Place your hand down. And reach up and over. Now, we're going to go the opposite direction. My hand is going to come across my knees. Press down to open up. And now reach up and over. Palm up on top of my knees. And one more. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I hope you join me again, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.